Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing very well and staying safe and healthy out there. So this morning I actually have a flip through for you of this journal, which is my April design team project for Crafty Lisa's Vintage. So I've used a lot of pieces that she sent to me in my design team package, sorry. And yeah, so this is what I've come up with. It's very nautical, not a lot of ruffles. I did a lot more tabs and included some little charms and beads and things. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. I did, I have to include at least one postcard or something with a rose on it, but there are not very many florals in this at all. Like, I wanted it to be very, like, beachy, seaside. So her upcoming sale, where you can find most of the ephemera pieces that are included in this journal, is happening on May 1st through 3rd. And I'll include a link to her Instagram profile where she holds her sales in the description box of the video. Yeah, okay, so let's jump right in. As I said, it is really like non-ruffled. I did use some, fabric tabs and things like that. But yeah, I did not want this to be a really frilly or feminine journal. So I used this ticking material. It's blue, got blue stripes, and I used this really pretty orange sari trim for the belly band. It's just held together, like held closed with this vintage twine, which I thought was perfect for like a beachy journal. And then the cover flap is, if I can get this undone, the cover flap is made from a vintage envelope. I've just used this sardine label and a cigar label on the spine. And then the inside of the envelope actually had like a lining, which I thought was so gorgeous. It has like this, I don't know what that is, but fleur-de-lis and this like dragon looking thing. And then I just created a pocket and tucked in a bunch of tickets and coupons and things. And then of course here is one of the few florals in the postcard, but it has a beach or a sea scene, so that's okay. And it's like very embossed and got this gold border around the sea image. Like, this is a gorgeous postcard. So that just tucks in the belly band on the front cover. I got this material in a Happy Mail from my friend Joanna, and then these two pieces are from Boho Tree, and then this is from Floshy May Cottage. So I love using Happy Mail items in my journals. Okay, so when I open it, the inside cover, I've actually used an envelope that I received from Postal Love, and then I've just added this vintage photo of a lady in a sailboat, or a rowboat, sorry. And then I'm just gonna flip through. So this is a vintage map that I wanted this journal to have a lot of like flip outs and maps and things that are like something that you would see in like a sea exploration journal. So I included this big vintage map. It's from like an atlas, I think. Yeah, so I just made it into like this fold out. And then on this page, I created this corner tuck spot out of a vintage postcard of some seashells and just did a lot of collaging. And then I added this coupon here for a tuck spot. And then I love, love, love this button card. And I've been hoarding it forever for exactly the right project, and this was it. So Yeah. So then on this page, I've just made this belly band out of this gorgeous label. I don't know, that's the prettiest label, I think. And then just like this tag medley. This is pattern paper, but then these two are vintage tags. And then this is from a book that I have about, it's actually about the back roads of Texas, but it just had this page or section about the Gulf Coast, and like you can see on the back there's this map with like all these county roads in Texas. So I'm a Texas girl and I wanted to include something about Texas in this journal. Okay, on this side I've included another postcard. Again, it's got this sailboat on it. It is kind of bent and damaged, but I mean, it is from, I don't know, it doesn't have a date. Anyway, but it's gorgeous. It's gold. It has these pretty flowers on it and the US flag. So I love this and wanted to include it in this journal. And then I've just put in this collage tag here. It's really big. It's like the size of the journal almost, but you can like gesso the back and journal on it. Otherwise, it's just a really pretty tag. And then on the top, I've just added this little bead charm there. And then on this side, I have this big tip-in of like this lacy fabric here. This is oh gosh, I cannot think of the name of it right now. Anyway, it's really gorgeous and it reminds me of like a fishing net or something like that, so I wanted to put that in there. Okay, and then on this page, this is like one of my pasted together pages that I like to make, and this is like a French book page, and then I just picked out this page from my North American birds book, which, I mean, French and North American don't really go together, but I loved like the contrast of the page coloration. So yeah, so it's just got like these sea birds on the bird pages. And then this is a vintage like windowed airmail envelope, and I intentionally put it here so you could see the bird's face through there, through the window, and then the woman on the seashore here. So then I've just created this tuck spot with another little tuck spot there, but I didn't want to cover her up, so yeah, I just left that empty. And then inside I've included this recipe card, which is actually for shrimp dip, and then this coupon, which is just this really pretty color. Yeah. So I got these items, the photograph, the coupon here, and then the profit sharing coupon from Lisa. And I actually got this envelope from her too, but that's not going to be part of her sale. I think you should be able to, if you're looking for vintage envelopes, you should be able to ask her. She has a huge stash of things that don't even make it into the sale, but she's happy to do custom orders for you guys too. And then this is just on some like 1800s ledger paper. And then this side just folds over. You can use a paper clip and actually clip something in and just kind of create this tuck spot, but I left it free. So that's for you to decide how you want to use that. And then this is, I went through the trouble of finding the exact page with C, the definition of C, and then it has all these other definitions of C related things. So I thought that was a perfect dictionary page to include in this journal. And then I've just tucked in the pages, like just loose in the pages, this receipt paper for the whale, which I think is a restaurant or a store. I don't know, but it's in Austin. But I love the typeface and the logo and everything. So, and then ledger or columnar paper, and then just some vintage checks tucked in there. And then this is like the center here. So I just left this open to where you can fold it out. Again, I wanted to include a lot of fold outs. And I feel like this is like a pinup girl, but she's sitting on a beach, and I just loved her. So I wanted to include her as the centerfold of this journal. Like maybe she's the owner of it, or maybe it belongs to a man and he's like dreaming about her. But anyway, so that's the centerfold. And then here is this collage journal card that I made. So the back is just blank, and then I use this broom label with a ship and this stock coupon, or bond coupon, sorry. And then just a vintage photo of the sea tucked in there. So on my Patreon, I actually went through the entire process of making this journal from start to finish. And like I showed my patrons how I made all of my journaling cards and tags and things for this journal. So yeah, that if you're more interested in knowing how I do it, that's probably for you. And yeah, so, and then on this side, the back side of the center page, I've just made like this big asymmetrical collaged tuck spot, and then excuse me, and then I've just tucked in this receipt paper here, which is like this really pretty green, like sea green color. And then on this side, this is actually a giant tuck spot, like it's a whole page tuck spot. So I guess if you had like a journaling card or something with something really private, you could tuck it in behind that. And then there's like this smaller tuck spot here that I just tucked in this mermaid book plate there. And this is the other side of that dictionary page. And then here's the other side of the ledger paper, which I've added this tab to, but did not make it to where this page was closed. And then of course there's a pocket there. This side, I included this picture of a boy with these fish. And I have other pictures from the same collection, and there are pictures of like the whole family, and they all have fish. And so I think they're on a fishing trip, and this is like their cabin that they rented, or maybe it's their beach house or something like that. And then this is obviously a big tuck spot with this vintage fishing line label, and of course I put the fishing picture right next to that. And then on this side, I made this altered paper clip here out of a milk cap. And then this is a tuck spot. So you can tuck something in there and then clip it closed with this. And then also, also tucked inside, I have put, so unclip it again, I'll show you. So when I was stitching down this tab, I actually made the mistake of stitching together 2 pages. And so I decided that I was just going to make this giant pocket that opens at the top and tuck in a journaling card that I made out of a vintage check. And this is literally the only ruffle in the entire journal. So of course I had to put my one ruffle, and there it is. So that just tucks right in there like that. Okay. So junk journaling is all about like working with what you've got, and even if you make a mistake, it's okay. Like you can make it into something else and it'll still be really great. And then on this page, I've just tucked in a little bit of like patterned paper. And then this, I included because it's green and I just love, like, it's damaged and it's used, and yeah, it's like an insurance card holder. So super cool piece of ephemera here, and yeah, so that comes with the journal. This is another piece that I've been holding on to, but I thought the color was just perfect for this journal. Okay, and then I left all this on the page edge. I've been doing that with this, I have this map book of the Oregon Trail, and I think it's so interesting, and like the map is super cool on each page, but I just love this, like the comb binding punches. It just adds like a whole other layer of texture. This is actually like a tiny little pocket that you can tuck something into. I left it blank. And then on this page, I have just clipped on with another of my little beaded charms there, this vintage letter, yeah, from a mother to her son who's in the military. So I altered the envelope and added some sari trim and this net fabric. And then this is actually a little corner tuck spot, again with a sea theme. Sorry guys, I know this is getting to be a long video, but there's just so much to show in this journal. And then this is actually a flip out also. So this part flips open and you can journal on all this. And then it also has this tip in to cover whatever you journal on that side of the page. And then on this side, I've made another little altered paper clip, and these will be available in Lisa's sale for sure. And then I've just clipped on this little poem that means so much to me right now. And I have a hard time pulling from this poetry book, but I thought it was perfect for the journal, so I wanted to include it. And so hopefully it will bring whoever purchases this journal some joy and strength in hard times too, and some perspective, because that's what it's all about. So then here's the other side of that map page. And then on the back side of that, I've just added this big, like, lacy fabric. This is actually from a vintage hanky, a big pocket, and tucked in this postcard here. So that's the back. It's unused. Damaged, but unused. And then this is something very, very cool that I wanted to include in this journal. I've never done this before, but here it is. So this is like a seafarer's journal, and yeah, so I wanted to include a map. So this is like a vintage map of the world. I promise it does unfold. So it's really, really big. It's like a wall-sized atlas almost, or like a small wall atlas. So yeah, it just goes right in the back and it all folds down. And so I just thought that was such a cool addition to this journal. Okay, so this journal, I am planning to make it available for sale this weekend, or this week at some point. By the time I post this video, I'll probably have decided, so just check the description box of the video for the exact time and date, and where it will be posted. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I would love to hear your comments about this journal. It's something a little bit different from what you guys normally see me do, but I had so much fun making it, and it's full of so many cool vintage treasures, and Hopefully it's going to bring somebody a lot of joy. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.